The views and opinions expressed by the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, are of my own and no one else, nor do they reflect Beyond Ringside. So, ladies and gentlemen, due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, it is the Two Minute Tournament Show. We are live Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com, as well as the Beyond Ringside Radio app and ProWrestlingRadio.net. For those of you joining us for the first time, you are in for a treat. The first hour on YouTube, the second hour, if we stay sober long enough, will be on the .com. I am the Oracle of Ominous, the Architect of Intellect, and joining me is my co-host and producer extraordinaire, and he is the host of Beyond Ringside 5:30 Central Standard Time every Sunday on this very network, the Magic City Motormouth, Fast Eddie Lane. Eddie, how you doing this evening?
It's been a weird week, but you know something? It's been cool. I'm actually digging it. Monday, Six Flags? Oh yeah, I'm going back in another 2 weeks.
We have a very special in-house guest this evening. You've heard her several times on the show periodically over the last 3 years. She is now Jennifer Hofstetler. Hofstetler. God damn it.
Hofstetler.
Hofstetler.
You must go Mountain Brook when you say that, Matthias. Hofstetler.
You can definitely tell that her husband is some type of Norris fucking goddamn Icelandic. Bringing Jennifer. How you doing this evening, Jennifer?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic. Jennifer sitting in this evening, able to grace the Bohemian Grove with her presence. So thank you, Jennifer, for being here. Jennifer, of course, a wrestling fan like Angie, and you will hear her periodically laugh. That's why we go ahead and introduce her. She's like, don't put me on the fucking radio. Yes, we put her on the fucking radio because that's what we do here.
Yes.
Eddie, this past Saturday, the wrestling experience in Mumford. Not a lot of people there because obviously it's Mumford, Alabama. This was a great card. I mean, there were some great matches. I hate that there weren't many people in attendance, but Eddie, I wish you were there. Scotty Blaze and Clyde Braddock. Wow. Clyde Braddock pulling up the win. And let me tell you, his harpoon, the quote-unquote spear, wow, it is a thing of beauty. And Scotty Blaze, for the third time in 2 years, has now felt that. Eddie, you've seen Scotty, you've seen Clyde. I cannot tell you, like, the fans were so entertained. And for Clyde now to work heel, like, it was very weird, especially after working heel for the last almost 2 years now. Working babyface, yes. Angie from the background. Working babyface for almost 2 years now. It was weird. But we had a great time, and thank you to everyone that came out to the wrestling experience. Michael Steele retaining the TWE title against Eric Wayne, GCW heavyweight title champion. Those guys they have great matches. Eric Wayne and Michael Steele bring out the best in each other. And I guess that's what wrestling is all about. That's what separates a worker from a wrestler. Mm-hmm. Somebody that can go out and bring out the best in not just one person, not just two people, not just three people, but everybody they wrestle. And I cannot wait for the Spiral and Eric Wayne rematch. This is going to be a thing of beauty. It is revenge. It is vengeance. It is sevenfold vengeance. Eddie, your thoughts on the rematch? Because it's coming. Eric Wayne and Spiral.
Eric has had an opportunity to do some research on Spiral. Now, granted, the Spiral we saw in Pell City recently is a little bit more amped up. He has revenge on his brain. Eric Wayne does not have that. Spiral is on a quest to recapture the gold. But you have to remember, you've chased championships before. once you have that championship for the first time and lose it, there is a different mindset in recapturing it. I don't care who says what. You always have a slightly different mindset. And there's always one additional question, which I'm sure you know, when you're going after regaining that belt. Eric Wayne doesn't have to worry about that. He has champion's advantage. So Eric Wayne can be a little bit more cocky than normal. Eric Wayne can be a little bit more arrogant than normal because he can afford to be. When he challenged Spiral, he knew he had to beat Spiral one way or the other. Now, he doesn't have to. The onus is back on Spiral to prove that he can beat Eric Wayne by pinfall or submission. So the mindset is totally different. You know how to get in Spiral's head. You know how to think what he's thinking. You can read him pretty well. The mindset has got to be a little bit different, and it's also got to add another question to the mix. I know I'm good enough to beat him, but will I?
And you are 100% correct on that. It's going to take everyone, because that surge of adrenaline that the fans of Hill City give Spiral, it's going to take all that and then some. It's going to take everyone. It's going to take that entire place to be packed out for Spiral to have that energy, because a chasing champion is different than a defending champion.
Yep.
And Eric Wayne does not even have to be pinned. He could very easily walk in the ring, take that belt, and get a 10 count. It's up to Spiral to make sure that he comes in and actually defends that title. And that's what the precision, the art of wrestling is so concise and so sincere, because it takes something like that. It takes that catalyst, that actually an antagonist, because in most cases a chasing champion is the protagonist in the storyline. But it takes someone to take him and put him out of his element, and that's what Spiral has to do. He has to take Eric Wayne out of his element, bring the fight to him, but make it his environment. This past month, Eric Wayne was in South Dakota. Spiral was there. Spiral took on the Extinction Level event and come out on top. And for anyone that has not watched that match, I know GCW's got it coming up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde, you watch Clyde take on Joey Lightning. Skip that match. Just go on. Clyde Braddock wins. We'll skip that match.
You don't want to skip that match.
No, you want to skip that match in GCW because Joey Lightning gets embarrassed. It was like Spiral against Mudbone. It very rarely happens, but I guarantee you one fucking thing. And let me say this. Angie and I had this conversation. Look, yes, I put Mudbone on blast because he was not fucking ready in January for that title match against Spiral. Whether it was me calling him out or whatever, the switch is flipped.
Oh.
It's ready.
You brought...
This is old school fucking Mudbone, and I'm happy for it. Because guess what? It makes fucking wrestling better.
I have to call you out on something. And we discussed this off air. We discussed it on air. And you told me I was wrong on air. I went back, believe it or not, today I went back and I watched Spiral versus Mudbone. Spiral never did shake Mudbone's hand after that match. Remember, we went around about that, and you said, yes, Spiral did. No. Mudbone extended the hand. Spiral gave you the belt, walked up, brushed one shoulder, brushed the other shoulder, and did that little, Morse code okie dokie with the fingers, and said, get out, get on my level, and take your ass home.
Yep. You're all right. He definitely did. And that's the lack of respect that Spiral has for Mudbone. Just because I respect Mudbone doesn't mean Spiral has to. And if you watch, that match is the reason, and I'm sorry to say this, is the reason, the catalyst as to why Eric Wayne won that title.
Thank you.
and watch that match, and you said it, you completely called it, and we talked to Eric Wayne last Wednesday about this. Spiral should not have wrestled Eric Wayne for the title.
Nope.
Should not have. He was not even 60% that match. But that's no excuses. That's me not being able to be a manager and going out and having fun with Eddie Lane. Because had I known that was a title match, I'd have said, fuck you. And I would have nixed it. But I didn't have the opportunity. And now we have a GCW heavyweight champion that defends the championship in South Dakota against a goddamn Buffalo. Has ever been to South Dakota knows there's Buffalo and 173 people. That's fucking it. There's nothing in South Dakota besides Buffalo and fucking wheat. Fucking, I dare you to go out to South Dakota and fucking. I don't know how the fuck. I hope they put fucking over 100 people in that fucking event in South Dakota. Because guess what? That's the only thing they're going to have besides Bon Jovi coming in next year.
Well, at least it's Bon Jovi and not Bruce Springsteen. He might find something else to boycott up there.
Shit, it could be Diane for I think you're pretty and I like you a lot. That'd be amazing. Or Slipknot in South Dakota would be amazing. The point is that Spiral against Eric Wayne for that GCW World Heavyweight title is going to be amazing. That rematch is going to happen. Eric Wayne cannot dip and dodge enough. Is he going to be 100%? Absolutely not. But is anybody 100%? Spiral slowly working his way back. His time off definitely fucking helped him heal his wounds. So, but then you have Francisco against Clyde Braddock. Holy shit. This is a to the core, to the blood, to the bone. This is a grudge match is not even the right word for it. Eddie.
I swear I thought you were about to say bad to the bone and I was about to barf on air. Yes, I would have. Now, I'm going to come back over for one little thing about Spiral and Eric Wayne. The rematch. Spiral is a very cocky young man. And that cockiness borderlines arrogance and self-over-assuredness. Spiral's going to have all of his faculties about him and check it a little bit, or he's not going to be successful in capturing that belt for a second time. Because Eric Wayne is smart enough and intuitive enough to catch when someone is overcompensating. Spiral may have to change his own personal game just a hair, dial back one thing and bring up another. Now, I want to go ahead. Francisco Chiazzo, last night, special guest on Beyond Ringside Back to Basics. Always a blast to have Frankie on. This man plays verbal hopscotch like very few people I've ever seen, including myself. Him and I both getting on a tangent. Oh, if you're ADD, you're screwed. Because we will have you lost in 3 seconds or less. Chiazzo has a game plan for Clyde Braddock. And that game plan is basically to put Clyde in his place. Clyde has been the victim of some serious mind games by Chiazzo. And this is going to be an opportunity for Clyde to completely and totally, once and for all, silence the critics and put Francisco Chiazzo behind him. But he's got to have a good game plan. We're talking about, in Francisco Chiazzo, the king of the Southeast, hashtag Supreme Thachim. You're talking about a person who goes all the way back to WWE developmental in Deep South. Came up along some very talented people when the pressure was on. And if you followed Chiazzo, he runs parallel to Clyde Braddock over the last 2 years. Except Clyde making his way in through his rookie year into his sophomore year. Whereas a couple of years ago, Clyde was selling merch. In 2016, Clyde's main eventing and has earned every effing bit of it. He is that damn good, kids. Clyde's lost a lot of weight. Chiazzo's lost a lot of weight. Clyde's toned up. Chiazzo's toned up. Clyde's limbered up. Chiazzo's limbered up. There are parallels there. The experience in the mind games, though, go to Chiazzo. The experience in the amateur side, go to Clyde. As you saw this past Saturday night at UFC 200, a good wrestler can outclass and befuddle a good striker. Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. This is going to be a very unique matchup. Which Francisco Chiazzo is going to break through that curtain? And which Clyde Braddock are we going to see? Are we going to see the wrestler who wants to come out there and turn Chiazzo into a human pretzel? Or are we going to see a charging bull that may end up making a little bit of a mistake at the wrong time, Wick?
Now, I'm going to go ahead and let's pull back the curtain a little bit. Francisco has been all over Tennessee. There is a certain Tennessee style. We know it. Clyde has been doing nothing but in the fucking gym. Clyde has been in the gym. He has wrestled 3 strikers. Francisco is a worker. Francisco is a workhorse. But here's the difference between Clyde Braddock and Francisco. Francisco's going to go in there and work. He's going to go entertain the crowd. He has to worry about Stormy. He has to worry about all the fans. Clyde Braddock has one focus. That's beating Francisco Chiazzo. That's vengeance. Vengeance is a dish best served cold. Old Klingon proverb. Guess what? This is weighed on his mind. This is weighed on his soul. This is weighed on his chest. This is weighed in his very, very back of his existence. Everything that Clyde Braddock holds dear. This man is married. This man now has a child on the way. He has everything to win and everything to lose at the same time. Francisco has underestimated Clyde Braddock. Francisco has decided that he doesn't need to be at GCW. GCW flows through the blood of Clyde Braddock. The fans feed off Braddock. The fans know. The fans know what it's like to get behind someone. Clyde Braddock has the fans behind him. All the fans are behind him. And we can just pass it off as cliche. We can pass it off as kayfabe. It's not. It goes to the fact that there's vengeance. There's blood. Clyde Braddock is seeing red. Francisco is the king of the Southeast. Okay. Well, guess what, Francisco? Even the kings have to pay tithe. And guess what? It's time to hold your head, because it's time to pay tithe. And tithe is going to be paid 7-fold. In GCW, when it happens, for everyone to see, royalty will fall. It always happens. When there's a revolution, the kings and queens are the first ones to be beheaded. This isn't a French Revolution. It's a GCW exposition. And it's happening in Pell City. Francisco, talk all you want to on podcasts. Talk all you want to on Beyondcast. Talk all you want to on other people's radio shows. Talk all you want to. Because it's just talk. Because guess what? The wicked nemesis you know is gone. It's time for a necessary evil to be upon GCW. We've seen it in Peach State. It's time for that sentiment to bring over It's an ideology. It's a way of life. It's a living. And now, Francisco Chiazzo, are you ready? Maybe. Is your girl ready? Is your valet ready? Absolutely not. She's not ready. Guess what? We're ready. Because this Saturday, I have Charles Sanders. I have Shane Knowles. I have Saul Renaro. Who does your girl Stormy have? Nobody. She's not even in the ring, not even prepared for this. You're not prepared no matter what you say. Because you don't have to just deal with Clyde Braddock and his wrestling abilities. You have to worry with me on the outside. And let me fucking tell everybody at GCW something. You may hate me after this event, but I don't give a shit. There comes a precedence, there comes a time that you have to fucking make sure that your boys are at top. And that's what it's about. GCW, Clyde's ready. Clyde has fucking shed 87 pounds. Francisco has shed 29. He's not ready. Get your cardio ready. Call up your concierge. And Simon says, like, Simon, what do I do? Go read a Wonder Woman comic. That's all you get from him. Because guess what? You're not ready. Go and hide and talk all you want to. You're a worker. That's true. You're the king of Southeast? Absolutely. You guys want to be, of course, the Bonnie and Clyde of professional wrestling? Go right ahead. Do what, say, call yourselves whatever you want to. Because guess what? When it comes time for Clyde Braddock, Francisco, there's only going to be one word. Winner. Eddie?
You know, you made a reference to Chiazzo in the Tennessee style. I have to put this one out there to tell you the truth. Because remember, even though Francisco has just recently relocated the Double Deuce, technically, to up to Tennessee. And that was one of the things we discussed last night. He is still very much active in the Florida wrestling scene. He's still very much active in the Georgia wrestling scene. He still goes to Southern Fried. He still works a couple of promotions in and around Georgia. Still works with ACW, American Combat Wrestling down in Newport Richey, as well as the WWN World Wrestling Network. And there's some other projects that he is in the works on right now. And yes, he does do extensive work with Arcadian Wrestling out of Tennessee, who has 2 shows coming up this Friday and Saturday. 1 show Friday, 1 show Saturday. So I don't really know if we can genuinely sit back and say a Tennessee style, because he works in, and of course he's going to be making a trip out west as well in the very near future. So he's looking for, he welcomes the opportunity to ply his trade against people from all walks of life in the world of pro wrestling. I mean, I'm not taking his side. I'm devil's advocate in this. You're the necessary evil. I'm the devil's advocate. So,
hey, all I'm gonna say is tackle, drop down, rest hold. All I need to say. That's all I need to say. Tackle, drop down, rest hold.
Let's see. Lock up, back up, shoot off, drop down, tackle. Drop.
Francisco's gonna be sad. If everything I've said, Francisco's gonna be so fucking mad at me over that. I cannot fucking hear this. God damn it! Fucking link him this goddamn fucking interview. Send it on YouTube, Facebook Messenger, fucking Twitter, fucking Instagram. This shit. You fucking tell him tackle, drop down, wrest hold.
That's not a Randy Orton match. What the hell are you saying?
You seen Francisco lately? Boom! Boom! Okay, you fucking served that motherfucker up. I fucking knocked it out of the goddamn fucking park. Am I a hump dog now? I'm gonna be a hump dog. Oh my god. Playing first base and shortstop. Francisco? Yeah. King of the Southeast. So we're gonna take our first break of the evening. As Eddie calms down and is like, what are you smoking? Tonight's show is being brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, the High Life. And you've never seen anything till you've seen Eric Wayne stuffed into a walker, an electronic walker, and pushed into a thing of stairs. It's a thing of beauty.
And before
the Herman Show live Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com, as well as the Beyond Ringside Radio Web and ProWrestlingRadio.net.
And of course, don't forget, it is actually lock up, back up, shoot off, drop down, step over, leapfrog, shoulder block, roll out, take an 8.
That's GCW. That's not Tennessee Wrestling.
Some bitch. Howdy, friends. This is the Magic City Motormouth, Fast Eddie Lane, with your invitation to join yours truly, along with Mark Mabo Bowman and the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, for Beyond Ringside Live. Wrestling, mixed martial arts, sports talk, and a whole lot more. Keep your eyes open on BeyondRingside.com for all of upcoming show information, and of course, catch us on social media as well. Until then, we'll see you this Sunday, 6:30 Eastern, for Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern here on BeyondRingside.com. Join us for the Midnight Black Mass. Myself, the Reverend Dan Wilson, brings you the dark gospel of professional wrestling, uncensored, unedited, uncut, and not for the faint of heart. You can find out more about us at youtube.com/pottyhumor or subscribe at Potty Humor on iTunes and Stitcher today.
What's up, everybody? It's Stan Grubb for Corner to Corner Wrestling Radio and the Beyond Ringside Radio Network. Hey, join us every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as the triple threat of wrestling radio goes live every week, giving you their thoughts and opinions on the world of professional wrestling. Myself, Brian, and Rob, all live, all here for you. And as my good friend Rob would say, from corner to corner and pillar to post, we bring it to you every week at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. BeyondRingside.com and ProWrestlingRadio.net.
The To Be Determined Show live Wednesday nights, 9 Central Standard Time. Join myself, the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, the Grand Design, Clyde Braddock, and the Magic City Motormouth, Fast Eddie Lane, as we take you to the edge of uncensored. Yes, we go uncensored, so make sure you have your earmuffs. Ask your parents, for those of you that are a little young, maybe under 18, but make sure if you have any heart conditions or any mental defects, please listen, because they may take effect right here live every Wednesday night, 9 Central Standard Time. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com.
The To Be Determined Show. We got 2 hoes, one for the bitches and one for the thugs. Got 2 hoes. Yes.
I'm not quite sure that's the way that song goes.
Oh, I know, it's 2 phones, but yeah, totally. Braddock's got 2 hoes, one for the Franciscos and one for the Storms. That's right, see that? That was very quick. So, it's bad when you get humiliated like that, but it's going to be even worse when that revenge match happens. And it's not about grudge, it's about bad blood, it's about fucking the essence of hatred. Francisco Chiazzo and Clyde Braddock on a collision course. And let's hopefully somebody's like, well, we don't know if you're gonna do a manager or if you're gonna do commentary. I got 2 hoes, one for the bitches and one for the thugs. Eddie, am I managing or am I doing commentary?
You're managing.
I got 2 hoes, one for the bitches and one for the... That's the one that joke between me and Eddie. But anyways, when you look at Peach State, you look at what's gone on over the last year, there's been one thing that has completely stood out at Peach State. The backbone. The backbone has done what they wanted to, no matter how you can shove Bill Behrens down somebody's throat. He can amass whatever the fuck he wants to, get Logan Creed, whatever the fuck, blah, blah, blah. Act like you're a manager when we all know you're a fucking booker and you're a terrible manager. That's fine, but the backbone. This Saturday, Carrollton, Georgia, I had the honor of managing 3 of the people that were in Survival Games. My child, Charles Anders, Shay Knowles, and a legend in Salvador against the backbone. Eddie is getting paid a buku amount of money. Eddie's not going to be there Saturday. Eddie, I wish you were there. Because I don't fucking know how Charles Anders is going to top what the fuck he's done recently. That motherfucker's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his asshole. He's going to have to do some David Copperfield shit to fucking top what he has done at GCW, that triple threat tag. And I tell everybody this: fuck you. Fucking watch that match, and you fucking tell me that is not match of the year candidate. All the technical prowess that people have, yet AWE's kicking ass. Peach State is fucking sticking their throats down everybody's ass in fucking in the state of Georgia, and that's true. That triple threat tag that Charles Anders, Dylan Cook, and Joshua Hagan had, fuck you. That match was amazing. And you look at what Charles Anders did at Survival Games, Peach State, at the 10th anniversary show, 8th anniversary show, 6th anniversary show, 4th anniversary show, whatever it is. That kid is amazing. Like, Charles Anders is on a whole nother level.
You know you're going to mess that number up one more time and Shane's going to hear it and call in, right?
Well, I hope he does. He won't, because he's at trivia right now. But State, what they're doing, this is just a catalyst of it. You look at this fucking card is stacked once again. Eddie, I wish you were going to be there. Eddie's making that money. Eddie's dollar bill, y'all. The Backbone, they've had it coming for some time. This is it. These guys are going to have to eat shit and like it. Vince McMahon says, well, I'll have to eat shit sometimes and like it. No, you don't. But this Saturday, they had to. As an amazing faction as they are, and let me tell you, the best tag team going today are the Beautiful Bald Besties. Don't fucking think twice about it. But then you look at Tommy Too Much and Kyle Matthews against AJ and a mystery partner. Dude, does it matter? He's a juggernaut, bitch. Kyle Matthews, one of the greatest of the last 15 years in professional wrestling. Definitely out of Georgia. And Tommy Too Much, one of the best heels that's ever been in Peach State, except with the exception of myself. But the juggernaut, AJ Styles, and whatever tag team partner he wants. Eddie, your thoughts on this?
There are so many people that it could be right now. Because if this were a year ago, AJ Styles would have a hard time finding a quality tag team partner. But the juggernaut, that is the real deal AJ Styles now, this man can call upon people from his past with whom he's had wars, with whom he's had partnerships, and know that he can find a quality partner to go up against Tommy Too Much and Kyle Matthews. Barons has started to amass in Showbiz Inc. an army of wild cards. And you have to remember, Barons is a very well-versed agent. AJ Styles may have a mystery partner this coming Saturday night. But don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if Bill Barons pulls another rabbit out of the hat. And I don't mean Rocky and Bullwinkle. Because his dossier of people with whom he has relations and represents in a business capacity, that rabbit hole runs damn deep.
Barons does. Barons has all the wherewithal and all of the outlets to reach those people. But still, you have a pissed off AJ Styles. Mystery partner. You can grab a leg and work it all you want to, but when a leg is bigger than you, Kyle Matthews, like you, this may not be approved at all.
Not in the least.
Not even zero. Like, you might as well call fucking Andrew Alexander and be like, "Hey, Andrew, yeah, we're getting the Hollywood Brunettes back together because we're gonna have to kill fucking AJ Styles."
Haven't heard that name in another show other than Midnight Black Mass in a while. What's up, Andrew Alexander? How you doing?
Genius. And then my boy Kevin Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Kevin Blue. God damn it. Him and CB Suave. Jesus Christ. Those guys. Is there anyone that has totally destroyed, and we've made this comment, it's Steak and Shake, we've made this comment on the radio before. Kevin Blue has such great matches that unfortunately for him it's become like, oh, Kevin Blue had a great match. Okay. And people just kind of pass it off. I'm like, are you shitting me? You go back and watch Survival Games. That was the Kevin Blue show.
Yes.
Charles Anders, amazing. Shane Knowles totally fucking held his own. Sour and Aro coming from the depths. That was the Kevin Blue show. CB, awesome. This is the fucking Anarchy lineage match. Two of the guys that have totally stood out and made what Anarchy should be. When you NWA Wildside and all the great names that come out of NWA Wildside. Trevor Eon started GCW, went and did amazing things. Jeremy Foster as well started GCW, went and did amazing things at Anarchy. Kevin Blue started somewhere else, went and did phenomenal work at Anarchy. So did CB Suave. When Anarchy shut down, Kevin Blue and CB Suave were two of the guys that totally rose past everyone else. And they are what Anarchy strove to be. Strove. Yeah, I don't think I'm trying to think of strive to be. Strove to be. It's what they wanted to be. That's what that is exactly what Anarchy wanted to be. Every time I see Kevin Blue and CB Suave, I think about Anarchy and what they accomplished there and what they learned there. This is going to be a great match. These guys know each other. 100 battles at Anarchy. Now, that is going to happen at PWA in Carrollton, Georgia. Eddie?
You know, CV Suave is the type of person that you have a tendency and a penchant for misjudging due to the factor of he's stuck on himself. And people don't look past that sometimes. But when that bell rings and this kid lights it up, you're left going, damn, where'd that come from? Suave is a very intelligent wrestler. He knows how to light it up, and he knows how to surprise people. Remember, he is also a part of that infamous GAG with P-Dog Mike Posey and some of the other cats that run along in that clique. Can I actually use the word clique without getting sued by Kevin Nash and the rest of that gang?
Yes, because you would actually spell it CLIQUE.
Thank you very much. Kevin.
Yeah, 2 cliques, one for the bitches and one for the thumbs.
You're going to run with that all year for the rest of the year.
I hate that song, and it's so funny to me. I'm like, this song is so simplistic. Like, fucking Stevie Wonder and Corky from Life Goes On could have a kid somehow and make that song, and it would still be that catchy, but it's so stupid. Oh my God, it's so stupid. But it is the generation of rap we live in. Anyways, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, Florida Georgia Line brought in Nelly for a song. Brantley Gilbert brought in T.I. Yeah, it's a generation of rap, but the good rappers actually know how to stick around for 5 minutes.
Oh, God. KRS-One.
Third Base.
Snoop Dogg. Did you say third base?
Damn right I did.
Oh, pop goes the whistle because the whistle says pop. I'm sorry. Yes.
I got a strong mind I got a mind that doesn't have to be spoon-fed, and I can read it. Doesn't have to be read.
Wait, are we seeing red again?
No. Third base. Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I shit all over. I was totally laughing and cutting up with.
Remember, Robbie. You stole somebody's record, then you looped it. You boosted the record, then you looped it.
Yeah.
It comes from Cali, and they hooped it. But then you got sued. Kind of stupid. Okay. Boosted tricks and got the haps.
We just lost everybody under the age of 30. With the exception of probably Xavier. Because now apparently the 90s are coming back. So
No, the Third Base, Pop Goes the Weasel, still one of my favorite songs of all time. Third Base, I would love to see something come back together from them, the surviving members, because, you know, Gasface, the MC Hammer, the MC Hammer rip, and then you had Pop Goes the Weasel, which, of course, was the Vanilla Ice diss. And, it's like, look, Nas, you could still take lessons from the lessons laid down by Third Base on how to rip people and get away with it and make it good. Same thing with Ja Rule. Where's he now? Oh, who cares? Actually, I kind of like Ja sometimes. Murder Inc. Coming back over to it. Coming back to reality for a hot minute. Yes, rap is a mystery. Wrestling is real.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. I agree.
Kevin Blue continues to amaze. He continues to elevate his game. This match, I'm going to sit back and tell you, don't blink. For our friends in the southeastern U.S. who can make it to Peach State Wrestling Alliance at Central Elementary School, 633 Stripling Chapel Road in Carrollton this Saturday night. Doors open at 7, bell time 8 o'clock p.m. Tickets are $10 each. This match, guaranteed worth the price of admission, all unto itself. This match will have you where you want to use crowbars to keep your eyes open because you won't want to blink. These are very athletic, intelligent competitors who know how to get it on and turn it up in the ring. They will, hammer time, turn this mother out Saturday night.
Turn this mother out.
Got you without, didn't see that one coming, did you?
Did not.
I'm doing the music.
Now, coming back over real quick, the 6-man tag. You're gonna hate me for saying this. Charles Zanders is actually the weak link for your team, Necessary Evil.
Yeah, he is.
Whereas when you look at the backbone, there is no weak link. These three are on the same page. The Encore Zach Edwards, Marvelous Michael Stevens, Drew Adler. By the way, Drew, how's Space Monkey doing? These three are on the same page religiously. You have Sal Rinauro, who absolutely stole the show at Survival Games. Pulled off, in my opinion, one of the biggest wrestling miracles you will ever see in your life. PeachStateWrestlingAlliance.com. Go buy the damn DVD for Survival Games. You will see a side of Sal Rinauro that you don't know is there. And he was incredible in that final 3-on-1 segment. Shane Knowles has been battling through circumstances, and you've kept him in form. He's been losing weight, gaining strength, gaining flexibility, gaining knowledge. Remember, at first, Shane Knowles was a promoter who decided he wanted to wrestle. Kind of, sort of. He'd had dreams of wrestling to begin with. He'd been in the ring before. But the progression that Shane Knowles has made has been great. Not good, great. Not excellent, great.
Dude,
Tony
he was a former PWA Heritage Champion.
Yeah, but still.
Exactly. But still.
This incarnation of Shane Knowles in ring has championship contention written all over it. But unfortunately, Charles Zanders, dynamite young competitor, wise beyond his years, great head on his shoulders. This kid learns lessons. A sponge ain't got nothing on the way he soaks up information. But what he has put his body through, and what #trending now has been going through lately, remember, they had the tag team titles almost within their grasp a few weeks ago. And Nigel Sherrod showed his true colors again, coming out to attack Ace Haven twice during that title match. You have Zanders, who is going to have his partner on his mind, worried about that, instead of being able to totally dedicate his full attention, and the backbone will take advantage of that. Rinauro can stand up to that test. Shane can stand up to that test. My question is the mental capacity right now? Zanders is an intelligent kid. Very personable, very likable. Regardless. But the fact of the matter stands. Wick, can you have his head screwed on straight to the point where all he's thinking about is that match this coming Saturday night?
Well, Eddie, the great thing about social media is I will say this. I know for a fact right now Drew Adler is in the gym. I know for a fact right now that Marvelous Marv is at home. I know that Zach is at home. I know that Shane Knowles is probably going to call in, and then he will go to the gym. I know that Sal is at home. Charles Anders right now at the gym. So let me fucking think about that comparison. One from one team's at the gym. The other two are getting ready to go to the gym. One's at the gym right now, and one is fucking Sal Renaro. So you got to live and learn. Go. That's the problem with social media. Everybody posts what they're doing. Like, I'm at the gym, so you have to take those fucked up selfies. I actually talked to Shane Knowles. I actually talked to Charles Anders. I have no dealings with Sal. Sal, an amazing competitor, respect him. We're not friends. I know for a fact where Shane Knowles is. I know for a fact where Charles Anders is. And I know for a fact where the other team is. Because guess what? They fucking update their Facebook every 5 fucking minutes. Great thing about social media. Great way to put yourself out there. Great way to put yourself out there. Also, a terrible way to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
So there we are in that. So you tell me, Eddie, who's ready? The one guy getting ready to go to the gym, the one that's at the gym right now, or the one that only one of the guys is at the gym and the other two are at home? Pinterest that shit, Zach.
Very okay, that was nice. That was good.
You gotta get off social media. I'm telling you right now, as a professional wrestler,
Oh, God.
dude, I just fucking go and just troll people because it is amazing for fucking situations like this. I'm on my fucking radio show
Oh, Lord.
talking shit about your social media fucking backbone because guess what? Y'all motherfuckers put it out there. I haven't posted anything since Saturday. Last thing I posted was the wrestling experience. Guess what? Y'all motherfuckers on Pinterest, look at my pasta I made. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck it costs 400 fucking calories. You also off playing Pokemon Go, I'm sure of it. Walk out in front of that car, Marv. Walk out in front of that. Go ahead and get your Charlemander. Whatever the fuck it's called. Go get that shit in fucking Zach Edwards' backyard.
Hey,
Y'all
dude.
motherfuckers stay off social media and get more in the fucking gym.
I've got to do this one. Hey, do me a favor.
Hey, sir.
Let me tangent this one for a second because I'm going to give credit on this one. Speaking of Pokemon Go, no, I do not play it. No, I do not have the app. No, I'm not going to play it. But I do have to give credit on this one. I would like to give a very special, heartfelt thank you, and this is being me talking here. This is very sincere, to the United States Department of Parks and Wildlife Management, because right now at over 400 national parks, they have agreed to incorporate Pokemon Go characters, state parks and national parks. Kids, get the hell out the house, carry little snaps with you, carry little phones with you, and go to a park, go exploring, go walking in the woods, go hiking, go climbing, go find these little Pokebastards. And like I said, thank you to the wildlife, the Wildlife Bureau. Thank you to the United States Parks, the Forest Rangers Division, everybody who has been a part of this little project, getting it to go forward, getting people out into nature in order to play around. You can play your game and be a part of nature too. So thank you for giving people, especially kids, incentive to get out of the house and go do something. It means a lot in this day and age. Just when you think everybody's getting so lazy that they're turning into lumps of turds, here comes a government agency sitting back going, well, guess what? You want to play this? We'll help you play it. Come to the park, explore, have fun, and get your Pokemon Go characters. That's incredible in my book. Wick, guys?
Man, I talked to my boy Pirate Judd, and I told him today, and yes, Pirate Judd does exist, but I get hit up every once in a while, like, is that a real guy? Yes, Pirate Judd is a real guy. I was talking to him about this today, and I will say this. The people that are, like, jumping in people's backyards and getting shot, walking into people's houses, fucking knocking on people's doors.
Running out in the middle of the road.
Yeah, running like that. If you're 20 years old, like, it's survival of the fittest. There's too many of us on the fucking planet as it is.
Yes.
If you want to die from that, great, good, go. Pokemon Go. Pokemon got to fucking
Some
catch them
people would
all.
always also call that Darwinism.
Yes, it is Darwinism. I call it fucking survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
It's the law of the jungle, not the law of the land. Thank you, Aleister Crowley. But what I am going to say, when it comes to kids, that's what, like now there's the thing about people pinging and saying that there's a Pokemon over here, a Pokemon over there, and kids getting beat up and mugged. That's when I fucking have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I fucking have a problem. I have a problem with kids getting fucked up over it. I'm glad that kids are getting out, but still, like, these kids are not paying attention. I don't fucking play the game. I don't fucking know. But the fact that they fucking, like, that there's kids getting mugged. When I'm talking about kids, I'm talking about anybody under the age of 21. Once you hit 21, you're on your own. If you're under 21, like, that's fucked up because some of these people are kids. Like, young kids getting mugged in New York, getting mugged in Pennsylvania, getting mugged in California, getting mugged in fucking Orlando, Florida. What the fuck is up with Orlando, Florida? When the fuck did that get added to the fucking Bermuda Triangle? But it's fucking it's a clusterfuck of fuckery down there. That's when I have a problem with it. I'm glad that kids are getting active and getting out. I'm completely fine with that, especially during the summer. But the fucking adults and these fucking wannabe thugs, because guess what? The fucking real thugs out there, the mafia, the Italian mafia, they wouldn't be fucking setting up Pokemon Go pings to fucking rob somebody. That's not how you collect money. I'm sorry to fucking tell you that.
For those,
I was really meta with that. They're
You
going,
said
what?
about, like, 50, 11
I don't
hours.
give a shit. I don't get it. Killed me. I saw that, and I had that conversation with Pirate Judd. I was like, "Is this for real?" He said, "Yeah," and we started. Like, I don't know. Like, they go and they do something. There's a game out there to help kids. You know, to help get kids. Yeah, you're playing, but you're also active. You're also walking around. You're doing this. You're doing that. And then to find out that there's adults setting up this shit, like, that's fucked up. So, I'm glad that somebody took the initiative to get kids out there.
Yeah.
Great concept. I know they've already got a fucking movie in the goddamn works.
Yes. I
They
saw
fucking
that.
wrote a fucking script today. Today the fucking script come out for the Pokemon Go live action. That makes me want to take this bottle of Miller Genuine Draft and hit it across my head till I fall asleep. But
oh, you're having trouble falling asleep. Hold on, I'll call Cindy to come out. She got a cast iron skillet. Some bitch works every time.
dude, I can like that's the only problem I have with that game. I don't give a fuck about Pokemon. Good, go have fun with it. You're getting kids active, fucking even better. So, and the national parks opening up.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question, Eddie.
Yes.
We're gonna get political. Do you think that Donald Trump would open up national parks for kids to go and fucking spot a quote unquote Pokemon, a fictional character that you throw a goddamn fucking ball at? Do you think that Donald Trump would do that?
I don't think Trump would do it. I don't think Hillary would do it. I don't think Bernie would do it. I don't think any of them would. Wait.
Bernie would. Just because
Bernie's probably high enough. He sees them anyway. He doesn't need the damn game. Okay, let's play this game for a hot second. Look, I am not a Donald Trump supporter. I am not a Hillary Clinton supporter. I don't like their arrogance. I don't like their conceit. I don't like their self-importance. I don't like the fact that both of them, BOTH of them, have elitist attitudes. Trump from business, Hillary from white privilege. And yes, I just said that, kids. Plain and simple. You know, and I'm not a fan of the Republicans. I'm not a fan of the Democrats. I voted for both when the person running has agreed with my issues and ideology. I don't vote labels. I vote issues. I don't trust Hillary Clinton. I don't trust Donald Trump. And I don't like the fact that Bernie's going to give us all free college education. Who's going to pay for the shit? There's nothing free in this country except for going to take a poop. And if you do that in the wrong place, you get arrested or a ticket. I mean, logistically speaking, those in the upper echelon of government have people who come to them all the time going, hey, there's something going on. We might be able to cash in on it, but by the same token, it's going to make us look good even if we don't. Perception in 2016, perception is everything. Substance doesn't matter anymore. It's who can bullshit somebody the best. Washington doesn't give a rat's nutsack about Bohemian Grove or Pelham, Alabama. They care about big pharmaceutical. The left cares about the big pharma and the education lobby. The right cares about Wall Street and big oil. Guess what? I told you, I pick on both sides. So y'all want to get pissed at me? F off. Get pissed at each other, folks. Don't look. If you want to look across the aisle at somebody, look across and say, you know something? Maybe we're really not that far apart because we're all getting fucked.
You're exactly right. If you want to know about political parties, the figurehead for the Republican Party and what they say is Bill O'Reilly.
And Rush Limbaugh.
Sir?
And Limbaugh.
And Limbaugh, yes. Well, I'm about to say something about that. To me, like, the cultural, the essence, the intelligence that the Republican Party has, and the nuances that they have, go through Bill O'Reilly. When you look at the Democratic Party, the far left, just like the far right, is Bill O'Reilly. You look at Bill Maher. Bill Maher is the far left. Then you have Michael Moore and you have Rush Limbaugh right there side by side. They're those that are not intelligent enough, but just smart enough to fucking make people turn.
And then you also have George Soros on the left and the Koch brothers on the right.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you're getting meta. Now you can get our asses taken down. Thank God this is on the .com, because this interview would not happen on YouTube. So if you said that fucking shit, everybody fucking, their ears popped up, that we now have fucking...
Can I ask a question? And this is not politically based, but this is one that's actually had me funny. It's had me laughing for the last couple of years. Why would Ben Bernanke sit back and say that we can't do an audit of the Fed from start to finish?
Because that goes back to old regulations.
No.
Woodrow Wilson trying to fucking do the Federal Reserve, and did we not have this conversation 4 hours ago about the Federal Fort Knox and the Federal Reserve?
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys right now, my opinion, I think that, like most, there's a conspiracy behind that, yes. Some people get it right, some people get it wrong. I think, my personal opinion, the Federal Reserve is the ultimate cartel, and that most of the money is held at the New York branch of the Federal Reserve, not the Atlanta, not Fort Knox. I believe it's held.
Oh,
in New
you
York,
think they're going to let you think they're going to let the southern states hold a damn thing, considering the fact that Texas wants to succeed? Why do you think we had an active shooter situation in Dallas, Texas recently? It wasn't because of Black Lives Matter. It was because of the fact the federal government doesn't want Texas to have any room to secede from the union.
To me, that's about accountability. To me, that's about somebody that lost their fucking mind, thinking that nobody's held accountable when it comes to cops. This motherfucker started shooting innocent people. That's not how you do shit. That's like people. I'm all for protest. I'm all for anarchy. But you don't fucking go and knock down the Starbucks. You don't go and fucking start trashing police cars. You don't go and fucking start shooting innocent people. You don't go and fucking shoot cops. Lesser things than what's going on right now started off the Rodney King riots, the LA riots of 92.
Oh, God, yeah.
April 26, 1992. There was riots on the streets. Tell me, where were you? Sublime.
I know exactly where I was. I witnessed it firsthand in Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham got fucking out of hand. Eddie, you were in Birmingham at that time too, correct?
What year?
April 26, 1992.
No, I was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Dude, there were riots in Atlanta. See, in Anniston. I lived in Weaver at the time. Anniston, fucking half of Anniston burnt to the ground because people had had enough. And the Crips were so strong around here that the Crips and the few Bloods and Disciples that were around here, they all banded together. Cops ran and hid. They didn't give two shits. Like, we didn't have to watch the LA riots. Yeah, we watched them during history class. Miss Johnson, once again, being the badass bitch she was. And I hope that woman's not dead. If she is, holy shit, she was the coolest fucking teacher ever. Her husband was a POW of the fucking Korean War. She saw it firsthand. She saw fucking a Manchurian Candidate She saw all that shit. And she fucking was open about it. Lesser things have set it off more riots. And guess what? It's only going to get worse. And yes, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but it's coming. It's going to be bad. And when it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad. That's why we need things like wrestling. That's why we need things like movies. You look at fucking Doctor Strange coming out, the new Ghostbusters. You look at Clyde Braddock against Francisco Chiazzo. Look at Spiral. You look at Spiral versus Eric Wayne. We have to have that. We have to have that because guess what? The world is crawling and falling down around us. The sport of the gods, wrestling. The sport of man, running. Run all you want to. But when you need solace in something, you take solace. You take pride. You take that inhibitions that you have and you thrust them and you see them upon someone. Do it upon Clyde Braddock. Do it upon Charles Sanders, Shane Knowles, and Sal Rinauro. Go out and fucking support wrestling. Go out and take all your inhibitions out upon those guys. And that's how you fucking work it back around. God damn it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Jeff Bailey. Fucking top that shit. God damn it. Fucking Al Getz. Fucking record that shit. Put that on the black night. On the black night.
Actually, I'll steal one straight out of Corey Hollis when in Palmerdale, Alabama one night. After something happened inside the ring, Corey Hollis, standing on the apron, climbed up in the corner, looked me square in the eye and said, "Put that on your radio show."
That was against Clyde Braddock.
I know it.
That was against Clyde, yes. That was great. Corey comes in and says, "Who did I got tonight?" Wicked? I said, "You got Braddock." He said, "Is he any good?" I laughed and fucking hit Corey on the back, and Corey knew he was in for it.
Yeah.
That match right there, that was one of those matches. I told Braddock straight up. I said, "Braddock," I said, "dude, you were fucking in for it tonight." Corey Hollis is one of the best going today, and he still fucking is. That match, when Braddock fucking hit him, he fucking brought it. And when Corey hit him, he brought it. That match, and I think Eddie is the only one that has that match.
Probably. Do me a favor. Let's go ahead and take the top of the hour break. There's a couple of things I'm following up on real quick because we got a lot more to cover in the second hour.
You heard the man. He's the one that pays the bills. The To Be Determined Show coming back live. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com. It is the second hour, so make sure you go over to the .com. I don't know when Eddie's going to edit this. If you're on YouTube, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com or ProWrestlingRadio.net. Make sure you make that leap. I'm hoping that Eddie will put what we have up and put hashtag Donald Trump. Tap that shit, motherfucker, and you goddamn fucking mongoose hair. Because we are going to .com. For those of us not catching us on the replay. Big shout out to Daryl B. We know Daryl's listening.
He's in the chat room right now.
We're in the To Be Determined chat room. The To Be Determined Show. We're live Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com, Beyond Ringside Radio app, and ProWrestlingRadio.net.